Peace and blessings. I had decided that I would make sure that I start up just a little earlier. Okay, just making sure that I start up just a little earlier. Um, I will be talking something different today. They got thunderstorms that are coming in the area, so I decided to take the live a little earlier. Today I'm talking about Jackie Christie and I'm talking about Chris Webber. Just a little bit something different content than you guys usually not used to seeing me do. Okay, because I told you I'm doing a little bit different. Okay, a couple of new different things here on my channel. Okay, so I hope you guys appreciate some of the different routes that I'm going into. In just a moment, we will be going on. Welcome, family. Welcome. Welcome into the chat. Everybody that's coming into the chat, welcome. I'm out here in Mississippi, and there's some stormy weather, some nasty weather. Being a truck driver, that just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's once again, it's always nice, even if you are in the chat. Remember some of the guidelines. We will be respectful because I'm going into a monetizing role. There will not be, please refrain from the curse words because I'm not really, in the bad behavior in the comment. Remember to hit the like buttons. Also share the content so you can get more of my content. Okay. Remember that my content is not for everybody, okay? So if you do not like or anything, you can press the dislike button and you can just move on, okay? Today I am talking about on a Father's Day, and by the way, happy Father's Day to all of the great fathers out there. You don't get too much shine. You go into Walmart's, there's not too much on the Walmart shelves for men today. There's not too much things that are going on for men like they have Mother's Day. Okay, so all of you men out there are very much appreciated. Okay, all of you men, all of the things that you have done for your children, you are being seen. Trust me, everybody knows how great you are. Okay, you are not being forgotten, no matter where you at. You are a great father. I want people to understand that what we can't do is let a small group of numbers of people make it bad for all men. Okay, we can't make a small group number of Pookies and Ray Rays make it all bad for men. There are great men out here who are supporting, doing great things for their children. Okay, the topic today is about Doug Christie and Jackie Christie. And a lot of people have been touching on this topic on Jackie. Everybody knows Jackie Christie from from the Housewives, the basketball Housewives of Atlanta. I think it's Atlanta. I don't know. I know that they are housewives. I know that, and it's a basketball housewives. Okay, Jackie. Jackie Christie was married to the famous basketball player Doug Christie, who played for the Sacramento Kings for a number of years. A very standout man. Was a great father. Was a great husband, and it was still not enough. It was still not enough to keep his wife. His wife was dabbling in with his teammate, allegedly. Allegedly, his wife was dabbling in with his teammate, which is Chris Webber, allegedly, formerly of the Sacramento Kings. And the reason why I'm saying allegedly because even though there are records and there have paternity tests showing that the daughter of Jackie Christie belongs to Chris Webber. And we talk about these things, about how we are comfortable with friends, how we're comfortable with people, even family members, with your wives, comfortable in, and even vice versa with the way we're comfortable, well, even in the man situation. Women be comfortable bringing their family members around. They are husbands and stuff like that. Are they friends of the family, the girl that you trust? And I always told people, you can only trust the Most High. You can't trust people. People will fail you every time. But if you have a spiritual connection with the Most High, and you trust in the spiritual part of your being, you got to love yourself. And when you find love with yourself, you will understand, even when people do some of the outrageous things to you, that you still can overcome. Doug Christie was a very, very loyal husband. And I remember Jackie wanting to travel with him. She would leave her daughter to the grandmother to raise her daughters. And many of her daughters, she don't get along. She had counseling with her daughters. She don't get along with her daughters to this day because of that, because of the fact that she was never in her daughter's life. She was so busy running behind her husband, fearing that he would cheat on her, fearing that he would be the one that's cheating on her. When all along, she was the one dibbling and dabbling with his teammate, allegedly with his teammate. And it's, the chickens have always come to the roof, or I mean, always come home to roost. All of the things that you hide, it will come to the light. All of the dark secrets, they come to the light. And it happened, karma came through the child. Karma came through their daughter. And you got to commend on a Father's Day. You got to commend a man like Doug Christie, who raised a child that was not even for him, who raised the child. And that daughter in court, she said she will always see Doug as her father. And she will never know Chris as her father. Now, they said that Chris would go to the family functions. They said Chris Webber was going to the family functions. Chris Webber was going to Thanksgiving holidays. He was going to their Christmas. He was always at the house. Chris was allegedly always at the house, and every time Doug would turn his back, he would approach Doug's daughter and cry. They said allegedly. They said allegedly he would look at this girl and cry. The guilt in his eyes, stabbing his best friend in the back. A man who let you in his house. A man that trusted you with his wife and children. Sometimes it be people right up on underneath you that are snakes. Some people you call your friends, some people you call your brothers and sisters, they be right underneath you. And they be wanting what you have. And Doug kept it quiet. He had many, he was seriously thinking in his mind, he knew something was wrong. But Doug, being the guy that he is, he still loved his wife. He would go on the Housewives of Atlanta, and they would always show every year they would renew their vows. Every year he would renew and give this woman a new wedding ring. Give this woman a new wedding ring. Renew the vows every year faithfully. That's how much Doug Christie loved his wife. In every city that this man would go to travel to play basketball, Jackie was right underneath him. because they had a theory about men or basketball players who out there doing who cheating on their wives, and she was not going to allow that, so she followed her husband, and by the same time neglecting her children because her children was not being raised by their mother, the grandmother. While she's out there running behind Doug, her children was being neglected. And then she has such a bad relationships with her children because of this. Sometimes you can love a person more than you love yourself. And that goes with man and woman. Sometimes we invest into people and we love people more than we love ourselves, and we get punished for this. I love my wife, but do I love my wife more than me? Do you love your husbands more than yourself? Because if you don't love you first, they won't love you. That's why they go out and they sneak behind your back, because you don't show love for yourself. But the time that you start loving you, see, one of the things I told people, when you got somebody, you think the work is over. They got people who think when you get married, you got them, and that's the work is over with. You no longer have to comb your hair. You no longer have to get a haircut because you think you got that person. But you have to put in much more work just to keep them. And they have to put more work in to keep you. It don't stop with just getting married. Marriage works both ways. It doesn't work one way. It's a give and take thing. And people are not living long in marriages because they can't be faithful, because of the fact is because they don't love themselves. And they're looking for something new. They're looking for something spontaneous and something new. And you are doing the same old stuff, and people get bored in these relationships. And that they get so bored, then they start looking at your friends, and then they see your friends' marriage, and they see what's with your friends. They're looking how their friends treat their other person, or they're watching other people's relationships, and they be window shopping, wishing that they can have that same thing. The insecurities that people have. Jackie was all on them. Every time this man, she was going behind Doug's back and opening up businesses behind his back. She had her own bank account. She was opening up banks and loans behind his back. So we talk about these things. I don't care who you with. You're going to have to learn that loving you is more important. And then your significant other will love you. Once that your significant other see that you care about you, then your significant other will love you even more. They will love you. They will embrace you. Once they see you taking care of yourself, they're going to respect you. Don't stop combing your hair. Don't start getting your hair cut. Don't stop getting your nails done. Don't you the same way you got him or her, you got to work 10 times harder to keep them. And it's vice versa. In relationships, you got to work. It takes two people, not one person. So if we learn anything from Jack and Christy and Doug, is that at some point, Jackie stopped loving her husband. She got bored with her husband. And she was selfish because she didn't want her husband to dip out on her. And she would follow him and all along she was meddling around, allegedly, with his friends. Chris Webber, the only criticism I have with you, sir, people make mistakes, but this is a mistake. You should go to this man and apologize. You should do whatever you got to do to take care of that. That young lady is already grown. She's already raised. Doug raised your daughter. You sat around watching another man raise your daughter. because of your guilt. You was in tears, allegedly. Every time you would go over to their house, you were in tears, allegedly. You got to hold yourself accountable, Chris Webber. You went into another man's house. You went into another man's house and messing with another man's woman. Some people think that's cool. That shit not cool. It's not cool at all. It's not cool. And karma happens to people. And your karma was stuck with a baby that you didn't raise. And that's your punishment. A baby. You got to live with the guilt that you did not raise your daughter. That's your karma, sir. And you better try your best to try to reach out to this young lady and try to repair, because that's your blood. I like to thank everybody for coming in. Make sure y'all hit the like buttons. This was a short video, but this was just to bring some enlightening. Sometimes y'all gonna see me do videos like this. That, I do my Indian content, but I'm also doing all-purpose content. If this can reach somebody and help somebody and get something to get them to think about life situations. So y'all make sure y'all share the video. Also hit the like button. Also, you hit the bell. It doesn't cost you guys to subscribe and hit the like button. And if you don't like the content, hit the dislike button. You guys have a blessed day. And all of you great fathers out there, you are worth it. All of you great fathers out there, you are worth it. And you are just important as women are. Because without man, there's no woman. Without woman, there's no man. What makes this planet so good is the balance of both of them. Don't let nobody tell you that a single woman is better off, that a single man is better off. Don't let nobody tell y'all that. See, the system want us not to procreate. They don't want us procreating. That's why we don't have the numbers. If you watch the Latino community, they overcrowding. That's why they're trying to deport these people. These people are the majority in LA. We used to be the majority in LA. And these people are having babies, and we're not having babies. Remember when grandmother was having 15 babies, 18 babies? We're not. We're aborting our babies. Our populations, we're losing. We're definitely one of the minorities. And sooner or later, if they don't stop these illegal aliens, even YT people are not going to be the majority of this country. So you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you guys for listening. Also hit the like button and also share the video.